Hello, hello, hello. How are y'all doing today? My name is William Davis. I'm the owner of A.P.C Photography and WDC Media, or you can call me Dub D, which I was called when I was in the sales. Uh, Welcome to our show. We're going to talk about multi-platform live streaming. Thank you everyone who's joined today. So those on Facebook, those on LinkedIn, those on YouTube, A.P.C Productions Northwest, and A.P.C audio and video channel on YouTube. So there's a total of 4 casts we're doing right now, and we're talking about multicast today and some of the importance of it. Your audience. You're trying to get a message out to it, and you may have a guest on the show with you who has a larger audience or a smaller audience, or let's just say your audience is part of an organization. Let me show you what I mean by that. So let's just say we have a large organization like
Somebody is hurting my people, and it's gone on for too long, and we won't be silent anymore. Justice for janitors.
And because of janitors, buildings are clean. Because of security officers, the buildings are secure.
You are the backbone of our economy. You are out here doing the work every single day. You deserve a fair contract. You deserve health care. You deserve a fair wage. It's one job should be enough.
There used to be a time where we used to say our members were a paycheck away from being homeless.
Baylor has been really good because they have a lot of young people, and those young people can actually get along with our young people. They can mix with our young people in a lot of ways in which we can't. So they come in with their programs, and they are knowledgeable, and they share that knowledge with the youth, and these youth are really beginning to grow and prosper as a result of it.
I think it shows us that there are a lot more options and a lot more resources that are available than what we may think, especially coming from public high schools. A lot of the people here who come from those, like Rainier Beach, Franklin, Garfield, stuff like that, those people, they don't really think that they think that college is the only way, but they don't know that you.
All right, so those last 2 videos are 2 separate organizations that most likely would have coinciding audiences. And the nice thing about those 2 organizations is they could do a live stream together and have their audience from their platform. So, for example, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, those audiences could be watching and they could be on a simulcast show. And this is a huge benefit. Now, if you look at what's going on right now, upwards of 30% of the people stream on a daily basis. I mean, if you look at the numbers, if you look at how many people are streaming daily to their devices. So for example, most people will watch about an hour or 2 on their phones, but it's curated by them. So if you're sending out a message that, hey, I plan on live streaming. We have this great show that's going on today. I will be having this guest who happens to have an audience of 1 million people who like his information or her information or their information. And not only are we streaming to our own YouTube channel, at the same time, we're simulcasting this exact same live show or broadcast to their channel too in a simulcast. Or for example, you may have 4 guests on. So you have a city representative, organization representative, you may have someone who's incredible at what they do when it comes to live streaming and all of the rest, and your show. So you could take advantage of having the audience of not only one person, yourself, but the audience of the client, the guest who's on there who may have 1 million people. Another one may have 25,000, but they're all like CEOs, CMOs who are interested in helping organizations like yourself in your own audience. And then all of you kind of get the message together and become a community. And this is where that live streaming and being part of the communication and multicasting comes in. Now, it is a service that I'm offering too, as you can see in the ticker below, that this is the program I'm going to have going on. You can sign up for it. We can go over that another time. It's producible too, which is the nice thing. So you can produce in what you need for information to get out. You can build in breaks. You can have a live stream that is professionally built to look as good or better than some of the stuff you see or are getting from most of your podcast offices, because we can add in your stingers, we can add in your commercials, we can add in up to 12 different people on the same screen to give you that panel and everything you want, while still being able to develop each scene to match your desired needs. And when you're doing that in these multicasts, you're able to get everyone's point of view out. So say, for example, somebody's talking about, this is the things that we do in the same area. Say it's homelessness or working in that, and they have a profile picture they always like to have behind their stuff. We can have that, like you see behind me, there's this Seattle picture. That can be changed scene for scene as we start talking about each person's key point, and that can change along with them. Your logo can be all the way around, which a lot of times when you're doing these forums, you want to have logos up because you want to know who's there. I have my logo up, but I can also put multiple other people's logos up. We can have animated logos up and tickers at the bottom. These are things that are important to get people's attention to what you're doing. Now, Twitch players and others who may have communities that want to get together, this is another way to do it too. If you're doing a gaming system, you're doing all this stuff, as you know, you have 100,000 followers. The other person's got 100,000 followers. The other person's got 100,000 followers. You're all like, I got to set my own show up separately. I got to make sure I'm streaming on this, but I got to also get into you. You only need to come to one source. And having one source handling the broadcast for, multiple channels at once saves a headache. And it also keeps consistency across every place. So if someone's watching you on one person's channel, another person watching another person's channel, you end up with the positives. The other part is too, there's vertical integration. Now, this video on this one here will not have the vertical integration on it, but one of the things you have to take into account now is a lot of people are streaming vertically integrated. And if you are on platforms like YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, these are platforms you need to get your message out on. Not just LinkedIn, not just YouTube, because TikTok, Instagram, they're huge. YouTube Shorts and their vertical lives are huge. If you're not streaming on all three of those, or at least one of those, you're missing a huge audience between the ages of 18 and 35 that are key demos for what you are looking to do. Now, I'm going to show you a couple things you can do with vertical videos, and this is also things we produce for you, but you can have very easy, like behind the scene vertical videos, and you can also have stuff that just shows off what an event was going like, and then you can go into the live and deep dive into it. So let me show you these two videos and show you what I mean by it's good to have these. I'm back. All right, essentially what I'm saying right here is having the vertical integrated video is going to change a lot of things for you. Being able to stream in vertical integration, go to multiple platforms at once, multiple social channels at once is huge. So for example, I'm gonna spend the next 2 or 3 minutes explaining why this is important, and then I'm gonna jump off for questions. If there's any questions, it'll be like 2 minutes for that. And then 2 to 10 minutes for that. Then after that, we'll be bouncing out of here. But vertical integration video makes such a huge difference in what you're doing. There's so many people right now who have 1 million followers on TikTok, who have 1 million followers on Instagram, have 1 million followers on YouTube, who's never done a horizontal video. You're bringing them in to get your message across. So this is to my LinkedIn folks. This isn't really to my Facebook folks, my YouTube folks, but this is to my LinkedIn folks. You have a strong message you're trying to get across, be it for public transit, housing, your business, talking about your startup, talking about commercializing something, and having the ability to bring someone into the table who is in that key demo of 18 to 35 that will be your new brand loyalist people is important. Being able to bring them into the vertically integrated video is super important, because if you do not bring them in, they're going to go to somebody else. And that's important to know. They will go to somebody else. And how you would do that and how we could do vertical streaming for you is something I would love to talk to anyone who's interested in any of the platforms who want to look at expanding their social network and being able to do it from anywhere. And the cool part is, literally, I can produce this for you if you're out on about. Best example of it is, let me invite in a camera. Give me just a second here. I'm going to actually invite in one of my phones just to show you how easy it is to integrate. This is real time, by the way. I'm literally doing this while doing a stream. So in less than I do this in less than 10 minutes. Not even that long. So I'm sitting here talking to you guys on here. I've got my phone, setting it up. And then we're going to enter in Dub D joining the live stream. And then I'm going to add in to a dynamic. So we're going to do a dynamic one here. All right, so we're going to switch over to the dynamic screen. Do multicast. Add in. Boom. And here you go. Less than a couple of minutes, I've added in the phone. So if you really are concerned, is it possible to just add you in at any point from anywhere globally? Name my cup of coffee right there. It can be done. The amazing part about this is, too, we're able to stream anywhere and everywhere. So you could be in your home. We can bring in a guest from anywhere you want to bring them in. So, for example, we've got a guest and we're doing our broadcast and somebody says, well, I have this perfect person we should talk to. And we should bring him on the stream the next time. We don't need to do that. I literally can send this out to them and they can stream directly from the phone. As you can see, this is in great resolution, taking advantage of their smartphone's amazing camera too. And this is the advantage of using this social media platforms like this, because then you can really get the audience's engagement. This can be done on a vertical platform. This can be done on a horizontal platform. It doesn't matter the platform. It doesn't matter the way we do it. But one of the things that's important is that we do communicate to people what we can do and how we can do it. Because if we don't, we're never going to be able to take advantage of what it is that's going on right now with the social media platforms. And you also need a producer who knows how to do it. As you can see, I can produce these things instantaneously if need be. It's beautiful being able to do such a thing, because not everywhere you go are you capable of getting the same type of services. And yes, this is a little bit of a pitch about what we can do, but I mean, if you think about it for a moment, I'm in the middle of a live stream as your producer, and I'm able to produce this for you right now. Throw in another camera just like that. And this is just a smartphone, so there isn't anything like special added to it. This is just the smartphone itself. So you literally do not have any special wires, nothing. There's no Wi-Fi connected to this too right now. So just so we can show you, there's no Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi is off. This is just a cellular signal sending. So adding in extra people is going to be a huge benefit. And that means if any time and anywhere you're doing this, we can make your stream more dynamic and more capable. And as you see, I'm jumping from scene to scene just like that. What I can do for you is I can build these out the way you want them to. And it's important because if you're trying to get your message across socially, you want to make sure that everything is taken care of them. And that you're able to give not only yourself, but your guests a way to communicate with the people that they know with the same type of look, feel, and we can do all of that. And it's a huge, huge plus. And yeah, I know it sounds kind of a pitchy to talking to y'all about it, but it is kind of like, hey, look what's going on. And I love the fact we can get into this in depth. You're looking at, what percent of people actually watch live streams? Let's pull this number up right now. So let me share this screen with you real quick. And this is really important to know. Actually, I'm going to get to this next time around. I got to get jumping out of here real quick. I just had some walk in that I've got to take care of. Thank you. Bye.